Hmm. All right, okay. Welcome back. Hi, Bowan. Assalamu alaikum, and a pleasant evening to all of you guys. Let's get started off. We are getting into a quick, special, short, okay, a seminar series that much awaited from all our students. Have been asking me throughout, sir, because whenever I do give a PHP question, okay, they always get stuck and they are almost like lost in terms of okay getting this okay hack out of PHP. So today I thought of okay discussing okay PHP with you people. Okay, how PHP can be used, how much you should know about PHP, especially into the examination. Okay, and how can you tackle this PHP in short and sweet? Now, PHP is a programming language and also it's a scripting language which can be used to automate. Mostly, you can use it like an automation, especially using websites. Okay, web servers okay use PHP in terms of okay doing their performing of calculations. Now, a client uses HTML and CSS, and those data will be sent to the server, and the PHP does the processing, and the PHP server will return back as an HTML file. So it's basically, in short, okay, it's a programming language. If it's a programming language, it should be like Python. It has the same functionalities of a Python, but Igolangi syntax එක පොඩ්ඩක් different. Okay, so today's class you will be learning into a next okay one-to-one comparison between Python and PHP. And by the end of today's class, I will be making sure that you all know every single aspect of okay PHP in short. So පුළුවන් තරම් මම summarize කරලා simplified කරලා ඔයගලන්ට ඔක්කොම දෙන්න. Okay, and also today you will be also learning on how can we connect to a database using okay the PHP server. So PHP එකක් use කරලා how can you connect to a database server එකක් බලමු. Okay, so that also I will be going through in there. One more okay seminar which is going to be pending, which I'll be doing it on next week. That's going to be Arduino. So IoT program online seminar එකක් මම exclusively ඔයගලන්ට කරලා දෙන්න. Okay, we did it in physical and it was successful, especially in Kandy and Colombo, both centers I did it. So IoT is also one of the important segment එක මිස් කරගන්න එපා, because past papers MCQ questions අහනවා නම් ඔයගලන් එක ඉගෙනගෙන තියන්නත් ඕනේ. Right. So without much in delay, without okay talking much, let's get into the work, because your time is very important. Okay, especially you all are into the last few series of the month. In the two important in that. So if there is anything else you all want me to do it, I'll be happy to help you all with it. So we are going to learn okay the major difference between okay, Python and PHP using the comparison chart, right? So it'll be easy for you all to understand throughout. So parallelly half to half mama okay comparison and you will be able to learn it easily, right? So one side I'll have our traditional Python, the other side I'll have our PHP, okay, hypertext preprocessors. So Python is used in web application, used in software applications, whereas a PHP is used in web-based applications. Okay, yes, both of them are programming languages. Okay, both of them. Document I'll make it as a document. I didn't give a tute because I wanted to do the tute with you people. Right. So both of them are the similarity is it's a programming language. This is also a programming language. Nice. Okay, what else the similarities between Python and PHP? Not directly in okay, coming to the point. Python can have variables, okay? You can create variables. Yes, you can create variables using x equal 5. But okay, if you want to create a variable in PHP, we use a dollar sign to create a variable, right? And it should end up with a semicolon. Sounds good, no? Nice. And if you wanted to see the data type of it, for an example, if you want to print it, a print statement, if you want to print the data type now, okay, If you wish to print the data type, now in PHP we use a statement called echo. Echo statement is used to print the data type. You can use the variable x and put a semicolon. So echo can be used to print, but in Python we use the print statement. If you want to print a text ICT, okay, if you want to print a text ICT, you can say print echo and you can use echo ICT. Yes, both of them are case sensitive. You have to write it in specific cases. Capital and simple. So this comparison chart will give you a complete summary of whatever the fear that you all have in PHP and Python in today's class. By the end of the classroom, you will be like wondering, do we need to study here? You will be having an idea. So I'm going to break it for today for you. Okay, because I don't want you all to have that pressure and everything. Okay, again, I won't tell you all go and check the recordings and cover up and everything. एक राय time में आके ना. So what I'll do it is I'll give you in summary. Give me 1 hour of your time. मम्मी की बात then asana. Right. ඊට පස්සේ we are moving on to the next segment that's going to be the data type. So if you wanted to print the data type, now we say type, I can say X, it will basically give me the data type. Okay, so this will be used to provide the data type. Okay, used to used to display the data type of a variable. So this will be helping you all to display the data type of a variable. We call it as column. Okay, hold on. Make gonna comment. Yes. Now okay. Used to get display the data type of a variable. Questions, nice. So which unit is it related to today's session? Web development, PHP. If you're asking me this question, I can understand how much you have studied. That's okay, fine. Nice. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. In PHP, you use a command called as var dump. Okay. Okay, அது கொஞ்சம் என்ன சொல்ல வந்து கேஸ் தர ஓகே இந்த வேர்டிங் எல்லாம் வந்து கொஞ்சம் அஞ்சு பட்சம் வேர்ட் ஏற்ற யூஸ் கரானே அது டோன்ட் என்ன சொல்ல வந்தேன் don't worry in there. So capital and simple bodda kete made simple, you know. So we use a variable called as the var dump variable. Okay, so we use var dump and we say the variable x. This will give me the data type. Sounds okay? Nice. Good. Next one, Puluandarang in detail. Next, we are moving on towards the print echo. Okay, integers. Okay, integers and input type. So we'll say an input variable like use karamu function used to input, used to get users input. So we're going to learn about a function that will be able to get the user's input. We're going to talk about what type of a function can be used to get a user's input using the input function. Okay, so I can say $x equal input function. I can say enter number or enter password. So this is the prompt screen and sorry, sign in there. Okay, prompt screen and then you have the input function in there. Good, right? But in PHP we don't say input, rather we say as read line. Okay, we say as the read line concept use karanne, especially to get the user's input. So if you wish to get the user's input now, same thing we call it as $x equal to read line, enter password. Ape paper ke dibbane. Yes. So this is how we go through. So these things, now don't ask me these questions. So should I study this? Okay. They have given PHP, they have given in the lesson guideline. So they can ask. ඔලන් දැනගෙන ගියොත් නේ ඔයාලට එක්සෑම් එක කරන්න පුළුවන්. Simple logic. தெரியாட்டி மார்க்ஸ் இல்ல, தெரிஞ்சா மார்க்ஸ் ஈக்குது. Two things தான். Okay. Very simple in there. Any questions? So is there an instance of colon or only semicolon are used? In PHP, most of the time we use semicolon. Okay, most of the time we use semicolon in terms. Yes, the session recording will be used in Python. Okay, in YouTube, recording. Right now, if you wanted to get it as an integer input, මතක් වෙන විදිහට ඔක්කොම දාන්නම් පුළුවන් තරම්. Int input වෙනසොන්න, for an example, you wish to enter an integer, but you wanted to get it as int input. So you can say enter phone number in the index number, but you wish to get it as an integer input. Okay. In here, what you can say it is, there are two ways you can write it. Okay. You can say equal int bracket dala. You can say read line. Okay. Int read line. Enter password. Or else there is another way you can write it, an alternative way. Okay, equal, you can say int val int val read line enter password. So this will give me the value in there. Good. Sounds okay? Clear? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So this will basically, what will happen? Yeah, will use input he will be considering it, taking it as an integer number. So that's where you can write an integer. Okay, any questions? Right. Perfect. So in PHP, okay, in Python, we say integer input. Now, normally input will obtain it as the user's input. String එකක් විදිහට තමයි එයා ගන්නෙ most of the time. Okay, but if you wanted to summarize and take it, okay, if you want to take it as a summary value now, what we have to do? Okay, we have to say integer. So upon the input numbers, integer numbers, so normally the input will take it as a string. Okay, normally integer will take it as a string. But if you wanted to get it as integer value, in string to integer value we have to say int input. What will happen? Input take a integer value word. Now how can you write it in PHP? In PHP, there are two ways. Int val read line, that will get the input. Int input, the same thing. Enter password. Or else you can say int within brackets and then read line, enter password. So you can write it in both the ways you take it. The int val is the most ideal way of writing it. Good. Next one is going to be under displaying. So there is something I missed it also. Right. If you wish to display two or more variables in PHP, you don't use a comma. Instead, we use what? Okay, we can use a dot. So both of them are suitable also. We use a dot. Yes, you can also write using comma but most of the time we use is okay. डॉट के था गोड़ा दरोड़ी यूज करने का. Okay, so the bracket should be closed again right after entering the password. Mm, bracket should be closed, no? Yes, ne, thank you. I'll be sharing this slide for you. So what is the difference between the last two lines of code? Either both are same. You can write either one of them. Good. Perfect. Ita passe. What is the next thing we do have? Okay. So print input. Okay, we'll go into the variables. Okay, data types, different type of data types. Now, if you wish to create a list or a tuple, okay, if you wish to create a list or a tuple, x equal list, I'll say my underscore list. Okay, I'll say 2 comma 3 comma 5 comma 6 comma 10 comma. Oh, I can say I'm creating a tuple. Hope you all know what is tuple and everything. If you all have not checked it now, I would recommend you all make sure go and check it out. Okay, there's a complete recording at lesson recording at especially in YouTube full-fledged recording. Okay, so make sure you go and check it out. Because I will be full, okay, in detail whatever you wanted. Completely lesson full-fledged recording on okay. Python brackets dala 2 comma 3 comma 5 whatever, just write it. But in PHP, we don't have separately mehemane. We call it as the indexed arrow. So the indexed array. So we call it as the indexed array. The method of the list and tuple, no. So we call them as the index array. In an index array, you say, I'll say my array, okay, equal to, we say bracket, it's a variable, array, my values, I'll say my values. Array bracket 2 comma 3 comma 5 comma 7. Same thing, but make sure you put a dollar sign. This is the variable and this is the array keyword. Good. So both of them together, you can write it like this. So in PHP, when printing a value either int or string, how will be the code comes in var dump in thing? Var dump it will say whether is it an int, string, or okay, Boolean or whatever. Okay, so it will basically tell it what is it's got it. So var dump is used to display the data type. The type of the data type is display another var dump is. So you can say echo var dump. Var dump is a function. Okay. So did you do Python with SQL? Python SQL ताम करे ना मैं section ने कहा था first इवरा कर ला इतना बस Python and SQL लेकर कर ला देना. Right. I'm replying your doubts. If there is any question, feel free to just ask. We'll be collecting. So your mind will be clear now. By the end of the session, very simple. Okay. Tang gala. Okay. Clear vela. I fully to the point we will be going through. I don't want to talk much and sort out, take your time in there because your time is more valuable. Okay. All are towards the examination series. So, kala session na join latino na. Anivaring, it is much more valuable. Design let's get into the next one. So we can also create a dictionary. Okay, so my dictionary, a dictionary has two things, which is a key and a value. So I'll say one Honda, comma, I'll say two Toyota. Good. I got a right? Now in what is it? In PHP, we don't call it as a dictionary, but we call it as an associative array. So associative array ka clear make my values ke variable ka dollar sign my values. Okay, we see an array. The way we write is different. Okay, now key and a value no. So we write the key equal open angular bracket, equal open angular bracket, Honda, comma, number 2 equal angular bracket, Toyota, something like this. Sounds good. So we have a last moment here. We are going to tuck tuck tuck. Yeah, mostly exams where they will ask you to fill in the blanks like this. So you get to know about these codes. That's it. Okay. So that's under the make a lesson divide karan. So it will be good, no? So section by section divide karot. When you are revising also, it will be easy for you all to learn, no? So section by section kadala karla denna. Hold on. Right. Variables. It's good, no? Variables and print statement. Hurry. Okay. So here we have multi-value data type. Multi-valued variables. I think in our pack number 15, 16 papers will come PHP that I one paper, whole paper, I did it only using PHP. Okay, I know that you guys are weak and you have to start learning in that section. So what I did was one thing, right. Moving on to the next segment. Okay, next one is going to be, so we completed on list, we completed on TOEFL. Hari, what else? Okay, this one, operators. Okay, so next is going to be operators. In operators, okay, we have almost similar operators. Well, we have almost similar x equal 5, we call it as assignment. Okay, x equal to 5, we call it as comparison. And then if you say x, yeah, those are the two things we have. But in PHP, you have something interesting also. X equal 5, that is also an assignment. We assign a value. Okay, that is, we try to assign the value for the good. Then we do have the same thing. It's the same thing, only different is semicolon and this one. But PHP has something interesting that is known as delete the cell. Okay, PHP has something interesting called as the triple equal. You might have seen this, nothing. You will see it later by. This will compare or else compare values. Compare values. Here he will compare values and data type. It checks that both of these data are 5 and it checks also both of them are integer. Okay, it will be checking where both of them are 5. It will also check whether both of them are integer. So Python doesn't have that option. Okay, PHP do have it. Okay, Python do not have that option in there. So string values in the separate varada. Separate varada in the sense which one you are telling. Okay. So had enough of PHP in pack number 14. Yeah, pack number 14 was fully on PHP. So is it comma or dot we should use for dict values? Okay. For dictionary we use comma. Comma. Metna comma use karanga. Okay, good. Nice. Next one is going to be another special increment. Here we have x plus equal 1. So what will happen? It will assign increment the value. So we call it as the increment case. Increment. Okay. In here, okay, and we call it as this is decrement. X minus 1, this is decrement. You increase it by 1, okay, and this is decrement. Good. In PHP, you also have the increment, but there are two types of increment. $x plus plus, this is we call it as the post increment. Then there is something called $plus plus, sorry, plus plus $x. Where you can be pre-increment kela. Okay, I think our pack number, what paper I gave it to this question? Pack number 14. Is it pack number 14 question? Pack number 13. Product in the wall. My question is Kerala pen my exam paper mandam. Fact 13 or 14, can't remember. 13, 13, not 13. Should be 14 if I'm correct. Yes, pack number 14. I'll take that question and we'll do it and show you. Okay. So pack number 14, okay, this post increment and pre-increment came in. Okay, mama question paper. So this is our, I hope pack 14 was done in all the centers. No, we did the pack 14 in all the centers. Yeah, oh, paper full release yeah, pack 14. So pack 14, okay, there was a question from here. Okay. Pack 14, I think fully on PHP, no? See this questions full of PHP dala. Monday, all of you to sir, stress okay. So here comes the question. Okay, write the following PHP code. Okay, and they have given this plus plus icon. We call this one as the post increment. We make a discuss. Okay, how to get this question. Pack 15 pack 15 is the paper you are going to do it this week. No, sir, okay, so what happens? Let's have a quick dry run. So the number variable will be 7, and there is a variable called a, and they have given plus plus. Now, if you say num plus plus, and if you say num plus plus num, the difference is this we call it as the post increment. So what he will do it is he will assign the value first, and then he will increment it. He will be assigned the value first and then he will increment the value. First he will assign it. Now normal increment 5 will become 6. In post increment he will assign the value. He will increment it. So this will be assigned first. So num will be assigned to a. Num will be assigned to a number 7. That's assigned. Good. Afterwards, they do the increment case. So this will be number 1 and number 2. First, this will get it. Did you get it? Here in pre-increment taking he will assign it and increment it. So he will increment it and assign it. You see the plus plus, no, plus plus will increment it and then assign. That will be what will happen is both of them will become 8 and 8. Why? We will be incrementing it, no? So if I write the value like that, dollar sign a equal num plus plus dollar sign num kirali worth, what will happen? He will be assigned to this. How will he assign it? He will increment it and assign it. Therefore, what will be the value of num? 7. 7. 7 will get incremented and then assigned it. Another concept. Okay. Right. Good. Nice. Okay, and don't ask me that okay dumb question from me. So will this ask in examination? What if they ask? Okay, you should be learning it and going. No, you can't be Okay, wondering no. So hinda we are learning it. Don't ask that foolish question. Okay, what if they ask in the examination killer? Right. Okay, which one should I do it again, ma? Guys, when you're sending the question, you tell me properly, yeah? Okay, when you're sending the question, you tell it to me properly. Which section can I do it? Motte Anupra, I didn't get it, said it. I don't know which section did I do it because I have been doing throughout all. Any questions? Done. The question we did right now. So there are two types of increment. People who didn't understand, focus here. Okay, you have to get focused in it. Yes, yes, yes. Other one, Azim. The other one. Adipil. Okay, there are two types of increment available. One is post and one is pre. Post increment will do two segments. First thing, if you see plus plus like num plus plus likanda, what is happening kilagatat? First, he will assign the value to the number. Okay, we'll say the initial value of number is 7. The initial value of number is 7. Okay, initial value of number is 7. First, he will assign it. Number one, he will assign it. First, he will assign the value. That is 7. Then he will increment it. If I increment, what will happen? It will become 8. He will increment whom? 8 will get incremented. So we call it as the post increment. What about the pre-increment? If it's like this, what is it? Dollar sign number. He will increment it. First, he will increment. First, he will increment it. That is 7 will become 8. So number is 7. 7 will become 8 and then assign it. This is we call it as the pre-increment. So increment vela tamai he will be assigning. Assign karla increment. Sounds good. So does that increment always happen adding 1? Yes. For other numbers, we have to write it separately. Question good, interesting. Increment එක තව example එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? ඇයි මේ එච්චර confusion නා? So what will be the answer for the question number 8? It's just 8. இல்ல இல்ல 8 line leading in the question முடியலைங்க. හරි. Okay. The ඉවර වෙලා coming to the next one. B will be number minus 1. So B will be the value of number minus 1. So number minus 1 is 7. Echo, they say print. Print in the same line. Make sure echo always print in the same line. So echo will print it. So print B7. There is an empty string blank number 8 and then empty string blank number A7. Answer for this question is 7. 1 mark is given. If there is no space, you will be removed. We will be not giving you marks. We had to write a space also. Okay. There another question is also there. තව question එකක් තියෙනවා PHP. මම ඒකත් කරන්න. I'll do pack 17 එකේ තියෙන PHP question එක කරන්න ඕගලන්ට. 677 இல்ல 787. 7 minus 1 இல்லையா? 7 minus 1 இல்லையே நம்மட value update ஆயிட்டே. Num gets updated no for 8. Increment வேணுமே increment ஆவணுமே. So it will get updated to 8 no. Got it? Nice. Any others questions, doubts? Plus plus meaning simply increasing by 1. plus plus can simply increase by 1. So if you need to print a new line, okay, good. මේ වගේම තව question එකක් තිබ්බා here in our next page. No, next page there is a question. This one. Convert this Python code. Convert question ಅಂದಿದ್ದ ಇದನ್ನ ಸೇವ್. We'll do it. So your questions are tougher than FWC. Tough line Raja. What we do it is we select the questions that you don't know and we put it. That's it. Okay, and then that becomes tough. Simple logic. Okay, we don't usually give the same question. You'll have to do the pack 14. Pack 14 nigga superb. Okay, right. So now means assign argit at down. Yes. At David assign now. Yes. Correct, Sajani. Correct. Good one. Island Festa, bro. I feel we need a reply from that. I feel we actually need a reply. Also, you will forget your question. Okay, half feel we need a question in there. So part it will get incremented to 8. Coco. So 9 won't become 9. B won't become 9. Ma, you're subtracting mantane. Adepdi 9 avbodu. Subtract avudi. Subtracting one, no? Minus, no? Okay. Nice. So can you do more questions like this? We have questions. I have may question this is a full complete. I'll discuss this today. Maybe discuss karana bolanta. Okay, the full-fledged question we'll discuss because we're going to do PHP. Apo question is very right. Any other doubts, questions clear? Right. Hmm. Papa. Hmm. Good. Darshan. So this conversion question was easy, sir. On the post increment மட்டும்தான் confusing. Are you okay now? You're okay with that post increment? I confusing இல்ல இது தெரியா அவ்வளவுதான் concept. Guys, it takes only around 5 minutes to study this. உங்களுக்கு Lokuma negative point is you all don't give that even 5 minutes to go through. Okay, அதை படிச்சிருந்தா now next time when you get a question உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். Right. Okay, මට කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා you have an idea. Okay, right. This is how we do it කියලා එච්චක් ගා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, so post increment and pre-increment. Okay, good. What else? So இவ்வளோ இருக்குதுன்னு இப்பதான் தெரியும். அது சரிதான். Okay, அது ஒழுங்கா படிச்சா you all know how much. You know how much of things are available in Arduino itself to study. If the 15 marks question හරියට ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන් නම් right. Okay, good. New line print பண்ண என்ன code? Right. Azim, the question கேட்டு பாவம். Okay, Azim, come on, we'll go for this question. Okay, so next one is, okay, there was a question in our paper that you wanted to print it in new line. So, mama eka metana dana. Normally, in a print statement, you will get print in a same line. Print state values will come. Okay, normally when you're printing, you will be getting every print in a new line. Okay, if I print it like print x, print y, okay, you will get it in the new line. But okay, அது வந்து நோட் ஒன்று காப்ப இதாகன்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஆமாம், மிக வேணுமா லியான்னாங்கோ. Right. Print you escape character, escape characters. Okay, escape characters. Right. Normally, usually, whenever I write a Python statement like print x print y, the output always will come in the new line. But if I write the same thing in here, echo kiladala, if I say, okay, dollar sign x, echo kiladala, if I say dollar sign y, it will display in the same line. Both of them are not correct. It's wrong, different. एक तो मैं वहाँ पे pack 14 ले exam paper की question का तुन्ने for you all to teach it to make sure that you all know it. Echo will always gives in the same line. It's a plain text था हमारा. Now, if you wish to get a new line, now you have two options. Okay, now echo print will always print in the different line. When we are now print statement outputs in a new line, whereas echo statement outputs okay in the same line. Output in the same line. If you want, you have to okay, join HTML command, or else you have to use an escape character. So there are two ways you can write the answer. You can say dot kiladala, we can add another one. I can say, I can insert what? An HTML command. This is option one. I can use okay, BR. This is option one. Or I can use the slash in /n එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. This is an escape character. So either one of them I can use it. It will print in the new line because echo will always get the answer, get your answer in the same line. Echo always gets your answer in the same line. Okay, I'll do a compilation and show it to you all. Let me get into an online compiler. You will understand. So here we have an online PHP compiler. I'll say echo welcome 2026 batch. Now see, I have two echo statement. Echo start small, ship something. Echo welcome new batch. When I output, I get everything in the same line. Start small, ship something, dot, dot on any kept him, welcome batch. So mostly, Azim, is it okay for you? Okay, it will give you, okay, it will give you in the same line. Dot again. If you wish to get it in a new line now, you can use what? BR statement. Break line statement. Ayo, double inverted commas. Break ke hold on. I think for this interpreter, it's not using the break because we are not outputting as an HTML. This interpreter doesn't get it, and this interpreter will work with the /n. Yeah, like interpreter to interpreter different, This will come. Yeah, the reason is this is an online interpreter. No? Online interpreter, okay, it doesn't give you in a new line. Okay, BR code it doesn't work in there, but it works okay in the other places. So for this online compiler, it doesn't work. For this online compiler, this escape character works /n. Hope you all got it. So Python and PHP easily choose பண்ண. They are asking Einstein the daughter. Good. Anything else? Understood? Clear, clear, clear. All good to go. Perfect. So both are correct. Yeah, both are correct. May compile it. That's a different thing. Hurry. So that's Nice statement. So I'm making the tute with you people. Meanwhile, you guys are doing the question, I'm making the tute. Okay, so we went on by variables, data types, functions, multivalued operators. Okay, good. And then we are going into selections. Okay, selection sequence. Okay, well, ah, mm, we have selections. Merge kara. Okay, now under selections, we have if and else as usual in how we have it in Python. We have if and else here also. If x is greater than 5, we put a colon and we indent and write print x. If I'm writing this code, I have to write it in the left side. Okay, so it has to be indented a bit. Print x. Else, I can say print y. Perfect. Okay. You can also write else if. You can join it together. Remember, you can join the statement together also. We can say elif kilaliyala. I can also say if x is less than greater than 3. You can also write elif ekatlianda pulu. Okay, I'll say x. Code doesn't don't worry about the code, but this is else if. So if and else if. Else print none. Now, how can I write the same thing using PHP? PHP kit, you can write it using both the ways. If and else if use karanda puluang, especially when you are writing. Okay. So when you write it here, you can say if you have to put this dollar sign, that's the dollar sign, the already case 5, and we don't put what semicolon, okay, colon danina, but instead we put curly brackets. So echo dollar sign x. Else echo dollar sign y. In PHP, sorry, in Python or PHP. In PHP, we have elif name, we have else if. Okay, we have else if greater than 3. It's also the same thing. See, it's almost identical. Okay, good. Got it. Perfect. Then there's a special kind of a code is available, okay, in PHP that is not available in Python, called as the switch statement. Okay, switch statement, it's almost similar to okay else and if, but it can switch based on the variable that we are using. So we say switch kiladala, I'll say the variable x. I'll say switch kiladala. I can say variable color. I'll say color. Good. Good. Case 0. So it's almost like same thing, like selection but you can define using different cases. Okay, if this is there, go to this. If this is there, go to that. That and this killer case statement. Switch statement okay, in PHP. So it's almost like if and else, but the only difference is you write it using defining different blocks of code. You define it using like a block of code in there. So we can say PHP, okay, switch statement executes different block of codes based on expression. Okay, that is a speciality in where available in this switch statement. Hurry. Okay, so let's complete and see how to go. So switch, I'll say color red. Okay, I'll say if the switch statement is a color red color value, I'll say echo selected red. Case, okay, you can put single or double inverted commas. So you can have a colon there. I'll say green echo selected green. I'll say default kilatino. There is also default is also there. What is default kilagatat? If doesn't match any of the what is it? If it doesn't match any of these block, it will go to the default. Select no matching color. One catchy point in here is in switch statement, once you switch it, it goes to the grid and it try to go down. Okay, so it try to go down in that. If you switch it to a component, take a switch vela, it's moreover okay, the continuous code of making. So we have to use break statement to avoid it. So make sure you enter a break statement to avoid that. So we use what? A break statement in that situation. We try to use the break statement. Break statement use karani. So it's almost like a cleaner version of selection than if and else vagema tamai. So if red, else green, else if default, like it's much more cleaner than the if and else, an alternative way of writing it. It is much more cleaner, but only catches is you need to use break. So use break statement once. Okay, how do you say use a break statement? Okay, we use a break statement from preventing executing other values. No, name so we'll write it in there. Prevent use break. Okay, we use break to prevent execution of falling through execution of falling through the next block. Okay, we have to use that, very important. We use the break statement. Use break statement. Use we use the break statement in it. Understood? So what will happen here? It will try to go one by one. Moreover, it's a cleaner version of it's moreover a cleaner version of PHP work. Practical. So here we have it like this. If rather than using if and else, I can say there is a variable called marks. I'll say 50. Okay, switch. I'll say $marks. Okay, I have to close it. Good. I can say case 50 no $marks. I can if and else තමයි හොඳයි. මේකට ඇවිල්ලා අපි දාමු colors දාමු. It's good. If and else like if it's a range එකක් නම් if and else is good. If it's like a one word නම් okay switch statement is good. Range க்கு வராது அது சரியா வராது. Okay. Good. Right. So we'll say red echo selected. Okay, I'll use the same command. It's easier rather than typing it. for which I write it. Red color selected. Go do right. All good now. Yeah, simple, simple. Mm, very good, very good. Okay, where are the mistakes I have done? Okay, where are the mistakes they are telling it? Where the phrase or the syntax are identified near the red. There are two semicolons. Expecting O colon in the line number 7. Line number 7. Okay. Okay. To avoid those expressions. Right. Mm-mm-mm. Line number 13. Where do I have line number 13? Okay, okay. Right. Okay. The issue is it goes like this. Since I'm using double and inverted commas to do a separation, I have to use either one of them. Okay. String එක print කරනවා නම් single inverted commas මෙතනත් I can use single inverted commas also. Variable එකක් යනවා නම් තමයි double inverted commas යන්නේ. So single inverted commas since it's a string එකක් විදිහට නම් I'll have it all string. Yes. So now see, I use break. I'll check what will happen if I don't use break. It will go to that block code. It was like I am now. It will go down the selected red, selected green. So actually my statement was on red. Okay. I'll say black again. Now what will happen? It will go to the default, no matching color. That is how we go through, right? Again color. So when you're using, use either double or single. Mix කරගෙන ඔක්කොම ලියන්න එපා. ඒක තමයි මතක් කර දුන්නේ. So I use double. Yeah, double or either single. One ஒரு common போங்க எல்லாம் mix பண்ணி போவாங்க. Okay, any other questions? So double. Okay, there's another question. So, what is the difference between single and double used in Python? In Python, okay, I can use double inverted commas or I can use single inverted commas. It doesn't make a sense. It is almost the same thing. Python I can use double or single. It's bothly same in there. But in PHP, double has a different meaning. Okay, single variable has a different meaning. Okay, and double has a different meaning. I'll say value killer variable at that. Okay, this is $x killer q what? And double $x. It has a different meaning in there. Single is used to, okay, I'll use double no. This is for a variable reference. Okay, this is mostly used for a variable reference. To refer a variable, we will be using this. But single use karanne most of the time as a string reference. So if it's a string now, we use it. If you want to refer a variable, we use a double inverted commas. If you want a string එකක් විදියට refer කරනවා නම් single. But මේ දෙකේම ඇවිල්ලා string තමයි. Here it is both same. Both are string reference. He also doesn't. So one point you will understand that okay, Python is very easy. இது கொஞ்சம் நல்லா ஈஸியாக தான் நினைக்கிறான் இவன் அவ்வளோ கஷ்டம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை சொல்லிட்டு. Yeah, almost same. Page case sensitive, says sensitive, yeah, case sensitive, is sensitive. Then we go for the loops, loop section. Okay, we have while loop. We have for loop. Okay, good. Right, while loop will write the answer x equal to 1 while x is less than or equal to 50. Print x, and I'll say x equal x plus 1, or I can say x plus equal 1. That's it. In PHP, if you're writing it, $sign x equal 1, semicolon. Okay, while we say $sign x is less than or equal to 50, curly bracket, echo $sign x. I can write it in short, $sign x plus plus, and close it. This is how we write the differences. So in situation, if you don't use break, it will print every output. Yes, continuously. Okay. It was a past paper question. That switch statement was a. So which is more suitable to use? I in PHP. I, Sanna, what is I? Okay, I'm replying your doubts, going through everything that you're asking. Good. Then when you're using a for loop, we say for x in range 1 comma 10 colon, I'll say print x. Okay. In PHP, for kilometer $sign x equal 1, we have to say the starting value. Semicolon, we have to say the condition x is less than 10, semicolon, x plus plus. Why PHP is easy? Why people are using PHP? PHP or Python? Assume you have a list called as my list. Grades list grades is a variable and there's a list. Okay, A, B, C, S, W. Okay, we assume that there is this A, B, C, S, W. No? A, B, okay, C, S, W. Where is it correctly? A, B, C, S, W. Now, if I want to repeat it in a loop, I can say for x in grade. I can say print x. Very simple. For each, you have to write it together. Okay, x in as okay grade. Okay, for each x as grade in way as as x. So you have to say for okay grade as x equal $sign x. So which is more suitable to use in PHP? What do you mean by that question? I didn't understand. In PHP. So there is while do loop in PHP. While loop. This is what while repetition. For repetition. PHP la range illa. There is no range in PHP. Nice. Good. Perfect. Any questions? We're almost towards the another 2 weeks. I think our classes, whatever you all are doing, okay. Stay focused, achieve big, don't give up easily, start working harder. Have a goal, have a dream, okay, and work for that. So for grade, do we need to put a dollar sign, right? Yes, thank you, ma. Dollar sign is also there, semicolon there. So can you do the first example for loop once? For loop, okay, for x in range 1 to 10. What do you mean by that? For x in range 1 to 10 kilokyan, x will start with 1 and go till 10, may go till 9. And it will print 1 by 1. Okay, for loop will always print the statement 1 by 1. But in a PHP, we have to divide it into 3. The initial value till what value does it go, and the increment by adding it by 1. So x goes from 1 and goes till 10 less than 10, and you add it 1 by 1, you print x. All good, no? While like a hurry, repetition hurry. If hurry else hurry, what hurry functions. Yes. So we are moving into the next segment called functions. How can we create a function using PHP and Python? Okay, I think may wage session එක කවුරුත්ම කරේ නෑ. Okay, no one does this kind of sessions. Okay, yeah. Functions sum equal a comma b. Okay, and it says total equal to a plus b and return total. Simple. Here, if you're using, you use the word called functions. Sum, there are two dollar sign variables, a comma b, curly bracket, dollar sign total equal. The dollar sign tan ikirathale alati case. Okay, have to be very careful on that. Perfect. Sounds good like this. Range illa Raja. Range illa. Oh, look. Python, you will see it is much easy. How do you color? Python will be much more easy. So plus plus in the podama, 1 plus plus in the podalma. Yeah, can podela. Can. Upper you put it like dollar sign equal dollar sign plus 1. Not that. It's also good. Okay. Anything else? Questions done? Okay, we are doing it. So it's overall comparison. I hope by the end of the session you will have a clear idea, right? Well done. That's it. Charai තියෙන්නේ වෙන මොකුත් නැහැ. Yeah, I have to finish this, go home, do a session, write session recording, and then. So in PHP 2, does loop goes till 9? Nah, we can control it using x less than equal to 10. We can control it in there. Okay, anything else? PHP arrays. Yeah, PHP do have arrays. Functions also done. Anything else should I go through in it? Booleans. Okay, that is also there. These are Boolean data types. We call it as the Boolean data type. In PHP, we assign Boolean data type as true. Python, sorry, PHP Python. You can assign it as true and false. But in PHP, we assign it as true, but see the way we write it at $x equal true in simple. But Python ne ke himane T capital. Okay, done. Perfect. I think those are the important segments, everything that I wanted to teach you all. Finally, the comment. Okay. Comment. Here also you can use comment. Here also the same thing. Comments, sorry. File opening. Okay. In PHP, you can open a file. In Python, you can open a file called file, put a variable file using the open function. If equal open function, I can say text dot, sorry, marks dot txt, right? Okay, here also the same thing, but little bit different. We say if open, but the same thing. Marks.txt. You can also close the file if.close. We close the file called as if close close, and here we say if close. Then finally, I think this one we do have to go through with if close. I had about the sorry variable if. I'll use the variable file here for confuse our. I'll use the variable file. Good. So we can use slash also, right? Yes, in here we can also. Thank you. Slash use conduct. මෙයාට use කරන්න පුළුවන් triple inverted commas. Good. Both are okay. So what is the difference between post and get? Post one will take the data, retrieve the data from a form. So form making retrieve කරන්න we can use post and get. In PHP, you can grab the data using two methods. Post will be secured, get will be unsecured. Right. Then we go into the methods. Okay. That is common for methods used in PHP. So this is only for PHP, methods used in PHP. So when you have an HTML tag, we can use. Okay, hold on. Hurry. Methods in PHP, there are two methods we can use it, post and get method. So when you write the form, we say action index.php, no, and we say method post to get. Okay, මෙන්න මේකම තමයි we can write it okay using this in PHP. In PHP also we can write it the same thing. Good. We write it the same thing in here. Two. Right. Back in there, I'll add a value. Okay. Now in HTML, when I write this post and get, I can retrieve the answer. Okay. I can retrieve the answer in PHP using the post method and get method. So කොහොමද ඒ value එක අපි ඇවිල්ලා pull කරලා ගන්නෙ? It's very easy when you're using this post method and get method, right? So if I have used post here, you can say a variable name called as value1 or something. Okay, you can say value1. So in which method did you use? Post method, no? So I can say here $sign underscore post within curly brackets. I can say the name of the entry. What is the name? So I'll say username. So this name is the name in the HTML. Right. I'll say value number 2. We say get and here. For an example, if I wanted to go a little bit extended, okay, for an example, we'll say there is this input type, a text box is there, and the name of the text box is, I'll say, name of the text box is username. That is what it'll come here. Got it? Ternad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good. And the name you get the value. Okay, post is secured and get is not secured. Right. Ita we have the connection string that everyone have been asking me like for a very long time, sir. This PHP whether connection string එක කොන්නම් case sir ඒ පොඩ්ඩක් help කරලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. So ඒක ගොඩක් අය ආපු අයට හින්දා I thought of doing that also. That is on how to connect to a database. So this is okay. PHP connect with MySQL database. So if you're going to connect it, so it has only 3 segments: the connection, okay, the SQL query, and then we have the close connection. So in the first line, you can create a connection. In the second line, you can write a query. And in the third line, you can also close the connection. So basically, it is made up of 3 things. So what are those 3 things again? Only 3 segments. You create a connection, you run query. Okay, you run the query and then you close the connection. Good. PHP can use to connect to a database using 2 different methods. MySQLi method and then PDO method. Okay, that is PHP data object. PHP data object supports around 12 different databases such as FireDB, MongoDB, Cassandra, MySQL, Access. වගේ ගොඩාක් database වලට එයා connect වෙනවා. MySQLi ඇවිල්ලා he connects only for okay two major different database දෙකට තමයි එයා connect වෙන්නේ. One is MySQL database. Sorry, MySQL database மட்டும்தான் he will be connecting. So we are going to use it to connect using MySQLi okay query statement MySQLi method PHP connect with MySQL database connect with database using MySQLi method. So there are two methods are there. Okay, one is PHP PDO PHP data object and the other one is MySQLi. මම මේක ලස්සනට දෙන්නම්. මේක පොඩ්ඩක් අපි තව ටිකක් කඩමු දෙකට columns දෙකයි එතනට rows දෙකක් දාලා I'll give two rows. Alright. So this is PHP database connect. So if you want to get connected to a database, you have two exceptions. One is MySQLi and the other one is PHP data object. So you can connect to a database using two methods. PHP method. MySQLi method එකයි PHP data object එක method එකයි. So all of these methods මේ තුනම common. These are the basic three options that we do. We create the connection, you run the query, you close the connection. Okay, right. So I'm going to teach you all on what? I'm going to teach you all on the MySQLi method. I'm going to teach you all on the MySQLi method. MySQLi method. MySQLi method uses two different ways of connecting. One is procedural languaging, one is object-oriented languaging. What are those two? Procedural and object-oriented. So it basically have two ways of writing the command. One procedural and the other one is MySQL. කොහොමද කරන්නේ කියලා බලමු. Procedural කියලා කියන්නේ you do it step by step, that is using a function. Procedural. Okay, procedural. The other one is object-oriented. This is using objects, this is using functions. So what is the difference between a function and object? Function is like a block of a code. Object is also a block of a code, but object can store data. Object can basically store the data. So let's see how to create a connection. So I said you these are the three major things we have to do it now. So make a how can we create a connection කියලා බලමු. Okay, Kakdala, I'll connect these to split panni. Split karala, create connection. To create a connection, you need four parameters. The first one is the server. The second one is the username of the database. The third one is the password. And the fourth one is the database itself. To create a connection, you need these three factors. Okay, let's see how to do it. $, I'll say connection equal in procedural we use what? Okay, MySQL connect. Good. So there are two ways. Put that in there. Okay, good. All done. Huh? Right. Procedural okay, how do you write it? The statement in it. Procedural we go through by writing MySQLi underscore connect, and you write the servers and the variable. I'll say localhost, username root, password 123, database is cool. Okay, if you want to go in object oriented, we say new MySQLi. . This is how we connect it. බලන්න තේරෙනවද කියලා? So procedural uses functions, object oriented uses objects. Functions is a block of a code. Object oriented uses, okay, object oriented is used by a block of a code, but object oriented also can store data. He can store data also. So this whole line, check it out there. I'll make it very simple. Good. Okay. It was say to run a query. Okay. How can you run a query? How can you run your SQL query in there? Run, okay, query. What query? The SQL query. Okay. How is it, or else what is the way we can run an SQL query, especially if you have any statement? අපි කොහොමද run කරන්න කියලා. So we have already created the variable කොහොමද run කරන්න. In here you can use to run it using the query function. So you can see connection query function SQL. You can run it using the query function. But මෙතන යනවා නම් procedural එකේ එහෙම නැහැ. There is a function called as MySQLi underscore query. Make it, you have to send both two parameters. The first one is the connection, the other one is the SQL command. Okay, here I'll write a note also. SQL variable contains the SQL command to be executed. Good. The SQL variable contains the SQL command to be executed. So what if you put username as, then fine. If there is no username, then you can put inverted commas. Again, at the end. That's right. So this is running and query. Okay, good. Then we do have a closing. Close, create connection. Close connection. Opening of the connection, closing of the connection. So how can I close and open connection? So if I have opened the connection, නම් කොහොමද close කරන්නේ using these two objects. So let's split the table. Sorry, split name. I have to split the cell into two columns. So using the procedural way, you can say MySQLi underscore close, and we say the connection variable. In here, we say under the connection variable, we run close. Good. Clear? මේක තමයි overall තියෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ තවත් තියෙනවා unchecking the errors, ඊට පස්සේ displaying statement. So we have lot in there. Good. ඒවත් අපි no worries. I'll see the SQL statement like this. Select all from student. Nice. So that's my SQL statement. Any questions so far? Again, a quick summary. Let's go on in it here. SQL connection methods. How can you use PHP and connect with SQL? There are two methods. PHP MySQL method. Okay, supports MySQL database, PHP data object supports 12 databases, 12 different database support karna. So you have three major functions in an PHP connect: creating the connection, running query, run SQL query, and close the connection. So MySQLi method have two different approaches. Method approach. One is the procedural approach. To create a connection, you need four parameters: server, username, database, and password. So server, username, database, and a password. Server, username, database. Sorry, server, username, password, and database. Running the query, closing the connection. Right. We'll also write to how to check errors. Errors කොහොමද බලන්නේ කියලා එකක් check කරලා දෙන්න. Run connection error. Okay, if there are any connection එකේ error එකක් තියෙනවා නම් කොහොමද බලන්නේ? Using these objects. Any questions? Okay, what is the way we can check whether do we have any connection errors? Okay, so මෙහෙම command එක run කරොත් okay මෙහෙම තියෙනවා නම් good. In object oriented, we say the connection, we put it in if connection. Connection. So they'll say $sign connection. Okay. Connect underscore error. In here, I'll be able to find do we have any connection at the error. Right. Here I can also tell it by telling MySQL underscore connect underscore error. New MySQL ki no need underscore. Either okay. Anything else? Did I miss it for you all to give it? Balamu. Here connection error. Query error එකක් දාමුකෝ. Connection error වගේම query error. SQL එකේ මොනවාරි query error එකක් තිබ්බොත්. If there is any error under SQL query errors. MySQLi underscore error and the variable SQL. Connection. Error. Query means the code, SQL code. So if I run the code, what is the error? For connect error, you don't need a semicolon. All right, okay, good. Fetch association, sure. Yes, fetch association killer command that is also will write it. So how to close when it's already assigned is consisting an error? No ma, this will just only display the error. So connection array ka display karna. He will only display it. SQL ke array ka he is displaying it. And later you can close the connection. Okay. He will just only display that. So what is the error in there? He will just simply display it. Okay, good. Good. Anything else? Did I miss it? Did I miss anything else here? Everything is included. A full-fledged summary tutak ma hadu ogolante kumidara. I'm also checking whether do I have anything else to include. Nani. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. So is it good to do or memorizing it? It's very easy if you can just know overall whatever I have given, and when you do questions, you eventually learn the technique. Questions karla, you will learn it. Okay. Whenever memorize karanda mukutyan pa questions through ma karanda. Hari. Let's assume there is this fetch association thing, something is there. Okay. Now assume we do also have an SQL command. Have an SQL command here. We'll say there is an SQL command which says like this. Display data using SQL PHP. So we're going to use display. Now assume there is an SQL command called select. I'll say name. I'll say product name, comma price from this item table. So let's assume this is my SQL command is available. So this is my statement which I'm running. Okay. It's may statement I have to get into a variable called SQL variable linking. I'm running this. We'll assume I'm running this SQL command. Okay. And my output will be a table. It will be a table also. Inside there will be a table like this. Okay. A body table like you will have an output like this. Okay. One name is product name. The other one is price. I'll say pen and book. Pen I'll say 120, book is I'll say 150. So this is the output. So make a volunteer output ticket. Now how can I get this output using PHP? Issue again. Okay, display data using SQL PHP MySQLi method. So කොහොමද අපි මේක display කරන්නේ? නැත්නම් using select statement with PHP method. Okay, if this is my SQL statement, this is my output. So assume I have the code like this. I have my SQL statement code is available. இது இங்கே போடுவோம். இதுதான் SQL command. Right. So this is my PHP. Now I have to tell PHP, hey, I wanted to display this data. Okay, first I want to display the data. First thing is I have to run the query. I'll say result equal to, I'll say how to run the query. Query run karanne, this one. This is how we run the query. Query ke okay, so first I have to run the query. Connection colon query, and I run the query into the variable. So what I'll do, I'll run this SQL query and save it into the variable called result. I'll run the value SQL query run karla, and I'll save it into the variable called result variable save pannikolum. This is using PHP how to show it. Hari. Now, if you want to show it, you have to see there are rows either related. So there is another function in PHP where you can see whether do you have any rows. Row ekak nattan karanna bෑනේ. So I'll say result, I'll check there is a function called as num rows. So I'm checking num hyphen rows. Is it greater than 0? So it's basically checking do we have enough number of rows rows we can display something. Did you get my point? Okay, rows I can't display the data. So row I have to display it. Num underscore rows check karno. Okay, hema rows both. Now I can start. Else I can say what? No records. Else I can say echo 0 resolves. Oh, you don't need it. Okay, simply I can just simply say, hey, there is no result found. If it's there, I can now start pulling the data. If it's there, I can now start to pull the data. Okay, how to pull the data? Now I have to pull the data into a variable. So what will happen is now in here we have records now. These records will be taken to an associated array. Array we'll convert it, okay, or else convert the data table into PHP associated array. So first we have to convert it into an associated array. Other fetch association. So it will become like pen. It will be like pen. It will be like it. Obviously, it will be like this variable. So variable example items is on array. It will be like pen 120. If you do book 150. So this is what I wanted to do. Converting the data table into an PHP associated array. Okay. So it will be basically converted into an associated array. So he will basically convert all that whole line will be converted. It will get converted. Okay, nice. So common PHP command. Okay, how do you write the PHP command in it? So I'll initiate a loop called while, and I'll introduce a variable called row, and I'll say, hey, in the result, can you convert it as a fetch association to an fetch associated array? So this will be converting into an associated array. Can you convert it into an associated array? Hema convert karot. Okay, after converting it, okay, Can I get the row AK? Okay, product name echo product name. Can I get the row AK product name? And I can say dot. I can say another one echo. Can I get the row AK price? බලන්න මේක තේරෙනවද කියලා. So he will try to store it one by one. Row by row, he will be able to store it. So this is one single row. එක row එකක් he will store. This is one row. Then this will go for another row. Row by row, he will be storing the data. So I'll say, what is it? Result taker, I'm converting into an associated array, and then I'll print it. I can say what? The product name. I can say like this. Okay, too much demo complicated. Make up that. Now this comes in the same new line now. So I can write a new line at the plumb by using BR tag. I can add an echo statement, just put a slash in and get a new line. You should be able to understand what happens in the code. You need to just understand what happens in the code. Good. So make a my overall concept under PHP concept. So can you run the code and show it? Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay. Api Yanko, hold on. PHP SQL connection. Okay. Insert, select data. I'll go for select data. Assume here we have this command is there. Check this out. Now I'll explain it to you what happens in this command. Okay, first we have the variable, all the datas are there. Okay, first we have the server username password. You create the connection. Okay, then you check the connection. Okay, then they check the connection. Is there any error in the connection? And if it's there, die close the program if there is any error. Then there is the select option is there. Select ID, first name, last name from the guest. And then you run that query into the result function. If the result rows is greater than 0, if there are number of rows greater than 0, now you run this code. You say what? Echo result equal result is we'll say 0 result. Okay, while rows result okay, you convert it into an associative row. Okay, associated row convert karla, you say print row by row atampo. Okay, one by row, print a new line. So they are telling you to print in a new line. What will happen? Everything will come in the same line. Row ID, that is the associated ID ekai, and then row ek first name ekai, row ek last name ekai, then okay, one by one. How will be the okay. Okay, I can change it now. I can change the data. I wanted to show you how the first association goes. Output. It pulls the data into it. Hold on. So it pulls the data into one by one row. Okay, look at the example here. And database connect. Value. See, this is how you get it. So it will convert it completely into an associated array. Right. Got it? එතකොට මෙතනින් මෙයා BR ඔක්කොම දෙන්නේ those are string. See row ID, row name. So whatever the data comes from the ID will be displayed row name making, Good. Okay, so everything that is needed, I was able to give it to y'all. Nice. You can also display this data as table also. Ek question they will change it. Ek questions okay. The array will be like this way. Item variable you will have an array called as ID, name, and alice. One by one, Pen 120, book 150. If you have multiple entries now, it will be okay. It will be complicated also. It will like having multiple ගොඩාක් entries වගේ නම් ඒකත් ඒ වගේම box bracket දාලා IDs වගේ දීලා එක ID. In book. Hari. Okay, nice. So with that, we comes to an end of our 2-hour session. Okay, completely time to do the questions. Okay, time shall we also, do you all have some time to give me time to discuss that pack 14 Yala. Okay, up for this question. Shall I do it? So match start right, sir. Karamud me question negat. I'll do only the C part, small section. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, yes. I'll just okay. Okay, nice. Second stay up, so let's do it. Then fine. If you guys are staying, so then definitely. So this was a question I gave it in our pack number 14 paper එකක්. So this was the question which was tested. අපි බලමු කොහොමද මේ question එක කරන්න කියලා, what they wanted. අප pass paper වල සෙන්ජ පාරේ මේකින්දනේ full. Okay. ඊට පස්සේ මෙතන පල්ලෙහා තියෙනවා answers ටික. See, this is the question. Okay. හරිනේ මෙන්න මේ question එක තමයි discuss කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. All good, no? Check it out, put a hinder. Hari, Padipum sir, peaceful. Okay. Hari. Let's discuss this question from our pack number. Once again, what was the pack? Pack number 14. No? I have some recordings to do it also. Pack 15, So pack number 14. Okay, question from our Powerhouse series. Powerhouse full paper series. Read it and see how things are going on. Balana kumada karan nikela. All right, okay. Any questions? Fill in the blanks are hard. Hard, we'll see. Ready? Ready. Shall we discuss it? So we'll be sending the PDF into the group. Yes, Mama will other group discuss karana. Okay, I won't be sending a full paper I discuss. Up a full paper you can get it from the LMS, but I'll be discussing this paper question. Karumuda, all good. Okay, let's see. A librarian, okay, maintains a database to track books. We'll see. You all did this examination question. Okay? It was really hard, terrible, but I'll try to help you all. Okay, let's do the question. Hard means identify the correct word and right. Yeah, I'll help you. We'll do it. We'll discuss it today. Okay. Name the borrowed table. So this is the table name. Okay. So this is the table and these are the columns. Okay. Status is recorded 0 and returned. Status is recorded as 0 for returned and 1 for borrowed. The system needs PHP script to check whether the category says it's already borrowed, and if the book is borrowed status 1, the system says no book is available, and if it's returned none status 0 displays the list of books are relevant. Okay, so this is the code. So methoning user make a select nama method 10 doni. So max silisonna it has to come. Right, so these are the credentials. Okay, what should you do in the first place after giving the credential? You all tell me. If it's hard, then you all tell me what should be done in here. We also have the answers here. Select the suitable command for B, C, D, E. Yes, what should be done? What should be done? What do you think A should be? The connect, exactly. A is the connection. Up answer. Why not? Connection equal to, so what is the connection? You have to create the connection. So, answer MySQL connect. So if you're using MySQL connect, it's what? Procedural language, no? Underscore connect. That means what are the variables? We'll use the variables. Server name. They have already saved in a variable. Username, password, database name, DB name. DB. Yeah, that's DB. Okay, whatever. No, doesn't matter shape. All right. So මේක තමයි හරියට බැලුවොත් answer එක. So what happens in A? What happens in the A part? Used to create a connection with what line of code used to create a connection with MySQLi, MySQL database. Simple, no? හරියට DB වරප DB names ඉවරනේ අංග DB name තන කෘතියේද. Okay. I will happy understood තේරුණාද මොනවද උනේ කියලා. Check it out. හරි. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ම කියන්නේ question number B. What is the purpose of num underscore rows underscore result? What happens in that? What do you think in here? Can you tell me what will happen? MySQLi num rows. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ තේරෙන විදියට කියන්න බලමු. That is here. So what happens in this line of a code? If the connection is not connected, none, you can say die is already used, exit the program, and you say connection fail and you display the error. Sorry. If is set post category, okay, post category equal string category something, okay, balamu. Then B line nicking munada venni. B line nicking, what should be? What is B anko? Yes, B line nekkate tamai result. Result is MySQL query. So there should be a query, no? Don't you think? After creating the connection, you have to run the statement. මම ඊට පස්සේ පස්සට කියලා දෙන්න. After creating the connection, do we have to run the statement? Is it a create statement or display statement? What type of statement do you think it should be? It's create or display statement. It used to display, no? So එහෙම නම් මේ තියෙන්නේ. This one, the SQL statement. Dollar sign. What is B? Okay, the B is dollar sign SQL equal to select all from question do na do sensitive. Hold on, come for that. Borrowed underscore books where category equal to dollar sign category and status equal to 0. මම වෙන මොනවද ලියන්නේ කොහෙද යන්නේ මල්ලේ ෆුල් වගේ දෝ සිජිටීරේ සරි දෝ ආන්සර් වදට පරවල්ල හරි dollar sign category and status. So question B is they're asking you what is the purpose of num SQLi rows. I said you num rows, it does what it does. මේ function එකෙන් මොනවද වෙන්නේ? Your find the answer. Okay. What happens in that function? A function එකෙන් මොනවද වෙන්නේ? What is happening in the function? Any idea? What is happening in the function? Yes. What happens in this function? මේ function එකෙන් මොනවද වෙන්නේ? Okay, num rows. Just now I said it. Num rows. Count the number of rows. Exactly. Count the number of rows. Okay. It checks it is used to check with it is used to check, or it used to count the number of rows. Yeah, බලනවා number of rows කීයක් තියෙනවද කියලා. And normally මේකෙන් පස්සේ යන්නේ greater than the greater than 0. It used to count the number of rows. How many rows are there in that statement? Hurry. That's B part. Then C part we have to fill. You have to fill B. Then we have to fill C. Y'all help me out. C. You have to fill D. You have to fill E. Okay, so we filled B को fill करा. If the number of greater than row is greater than here, we do this statement. Hurry. Else what we say? Else what we say? What is if? Any idea what is if? Easy. If should be easy for you. What is if? What is if? What is if? What is if? If the number of rows is greater than 0, we do this. If the number is good is, yeah, okay, no book, such no book, another quote. Yeah, exactly. What do you say here? Ko answer the answer. No book. Echo. No books available in this category. Nice. This is connection close. Now here only the statement goes. So here you are converting into a fetch association. Here, what is it? See. So we have this answer is there. We have this answer is there. This is also done. We took this. Then we have 3 answers either. Yeah, we have 3 answers. Hurry. So C is what? What is C? After the result of the query running in here, I have to display this. No, available max book should be displayed. No, I have to display this. Before the data, I have to display this. That is C. That is the statement C. So I can say what? C as echo H2 available books in $sign category H2. Okay, I have to display that first. No, it was the table like display when H2 available books in the category. This one category variable. So that is also done. Now you all tell me, guess between the first one and the second one. First one is echo table. You create a table tag. Then you display the row. So what is D? So category is inside the string. Yeah, it is inside the string. But the variable display. It's a string reference, no? String variable reference. Double inverted commas on a variable. Singleton string. Any answers? Any idea? Okay, then you have to create the table. The book ID and the title has to be created before the rows. So D is what? Echo table. Echo, create the table. Table tag border with 1. Table row, table heading. Table heading, book ID. Table heading. Table heading, title, table heading, tr, array. Then finally, the echo statement. So they are displaying it into a table data. $sign row, book ID, name statement. Okay. Now do you feel it's difficult, like, okay, to figure it out and study? Okay, ඉස්සර තිබ්බ mindset එකට වඩා now do you feel it like avoiding such question or trying it? Okay, crackable, exactly. See, now from it's so difficult taking down, now it's kind of trying it in there. Okay, it won't take much time, taking around 20 to 25 half an hour එකක් වගේ තමයි යන්නේ to sit and do couple of 4 to 5 questions and then crack the code. Okay, past papers ඉවරයි. past papers ටික බලලා ඊට පස්සේ ඒක ඉවරයි. මේ වගේ question ඉස්සරහට කරනකොට තමයි you will be able to understand what is happening. Okay, what the examiner has actually given, what they really wanted to do it in there. මෙන්න මේක තමයි. සුම්ම එළිනින්දාලේ වන්දීගම් අදේතන්. Okay, ඔයාලා හරියට question එක read කරලා තිබ්බත් itself you could have tried it. It's just a fill in the blanks එකෙන් දාලා okay මොනවාද කියන්නේ කරන්න තිබ්බේ. You could have done it easily. අදතන් අන්ද කමන්ත නීකිදේ. Okay, මේක තමයි overall segment එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ. Nice. Right. ඒකත් එක්ක other commands මෙතන මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? Connection die. ESET is a function where it will create a variable and set it into not null. It will create a variable, okay, and set it into not null. ESET is a function, okay, make sure not null. Create variable, check variable, and set it as not null. Yeah, confusing then we'll try. Okay, that's the process of studying. Okay, every confusing question you crack it. You keep cracking in there. Don't ignore your mistakes. Never, never, never ignore your mistakes in there. So ESET will check it. MySQL real escape string okay, remove all escape characters, special characters, like /n මෙන්න මේ වගේ ඔක්කොම characters ඇවිල්ලා එයා remove කරනවා. inverted commas අනේ වගේ all escape string characters, remove all special characters from the string. So he will basically, if there is any special characters are there, it will get removed. Real escape string it will remove. This command will remove all the characters. It will check the variable and it is not null. So balna me category ka not null the killat, he will check it. He will check it. Once you start decoding, it's easy. Okay, we'll try again. Push it. Whatever the push I gave it to you all today, that's more than enough. Mamat full moral okay, right? So when the make him pass, I hope you all can now target all the PHP. May podi support the small push is more than enough for y'all, right? Happy. Good. Was able to discuss this question. Could have taken easily how many marks? Is it mean required a question thing? No? That required question thing. Yeah. Nice. So that's it for today then, Okay, was able to complete one segment with you people. Couple of two sessions I will be doing in future. Next Tuesday, inshallah, on IoT, I'll do it and give it to you all. And there is also one more session that's going to be on PHP, sorry, SQL and Python adin seyden. So all these technical small stuff for make ogalanda karla lassanata denna. Okay, get along with the papers, do papers, get yourself evaluated. Okay, and hold on. Right. Okay, get along. I'll be sharing the recording in our YouTube channel. Hamotam balanda puluvam. So much awaited PHP session neka adata ivarai. Okay, hope you all have understood. Hope you all have got something from you all today. Okay, I'm happy that you guys stayed till this time. Mama dangi ki ඉවර කරලා මම එහෙම්ම candy යන්න ඕනේ. And tomorrow 8 o'clock has to get ready to have to check the scheme. Okay, fact 15 scheme ටික බලලා getting ready. So wishing you all best. Okay, keep doing it in there. අපි meet වෙමු තවත් session එකත් එක්ක. Until then, good night. Have a nice day and much love to all of you. Bye. Aiboan and wanna come to all of you people.